And hello everybody, we are the SpiffyNeedleGeeks here for an E3 discussion. 2018.
Yes, 2018. Oh my fucking god.
Alright, so the way we're going to handle this, we're going to pretty much dedicate this stream to just talking about the conference as a whole, but eventually we will get to talking about Smash, and we are going to make a separate stream for that one, because there's just so much to talk about.
Yeah, and this was actually Danny's idea. She thought it'd be fun that we do this live, so you guys can watch it. You guys can watch it with us and join in on our tangential discussions as well.
Yeah, because I would like to hear your guys' thoughts as well.
Yeah.
Not just like after, posting a comment or something. I mean, it's like if any of us says something, or if we have questions that you guys happen to know the answers of, it's like by all means, let's make this an interesting discussion.
Hell yeah.
All right. So sorry, I am eating healthy potato chips, but so I linked BJ to IGN. That has kind of a breakdown of all of the conferences and what's been detailed. So we're just going down the list.
Yep.
We're just gonna keep it relatively simple.
And I have that right here.
Okay. Are you gonna be able to display it?
Should be able to display it. I don't know why it's not displaying.
Okay. But regardless, the first conference was the one that. Apparently, I know every year everybody hates this conference just because, their reputation, but I've especially been hearing venomous things about it this time around, and that's the EA conference.
Ugh.
I didn't get a chance to watch it because I was at work when it happened.
There we go.
But usually EA doesn't really throw anything in there, really anything that I'm interested in. So it's like, regardless, I probably wouldn't have watched it either way. But just from what I've been hearing over Twitter, a lot of people are dogging it this time.
Yeah, it's like Minty Flair just said, yeah, they put EA for a reason first. That's the day when people are still kind of coming in. They're all at work, so.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, it's like, I know EA pisses everybody off regardless. It just this past year, there have been so many controversies and things they've been responsible for, whether it's, what happened with Mass Effect Andromeda, what's going on with BioWare, shutting down Visceral Games, the whole loot box thing with Star Wars, and it's like the general gist that I've gotten out of this conference from what I've been seeing is that, yes, they have been showcasing games and editions and shit, as, you expect, yet they are not addressing any of the problems.
Yeah, it's like that's the one thing that irked me, because it's like literally the last thing that I heard about the whole controversy with Star Wars Battlefront 2 and how EA was handling the loot box system that they have with that game is that, of course, it's complete utter shit, and everybody was throwing criticisms at EA because of how horrible the loot box system was in that game. And it's like, as far as I'm aware, nothing has changed. I mean, well, I could be wrong.
Because here's a major thing that EA did while they were announcing a lot of their games, and they tried making this a selling point, but I feel like all it did was just add fuel. Was how one of their selling points was that no loot boxes included. That was a selling point for them.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's what they say. The problem is, though, I remembered. Oh, I think it was maybe a couple of months ago at this point, because I know this whole loot box thing started a little while ago. I remembered that, yes, they took the loot boxes out when this whole controversy was just starting to build up. I did hear, though, that they did say they are bringing them back. So it's like, don't get too excited. This isn't going to be a permanent thing. So it's like,
yeah, which is a real damn shame too, especially with Star Wars Battlefront 2. Because I remembered when they first announced that game, I'm just thinking, okay, I was relatively into the first Battlefront game. I'll definitely try my hands at Battlefront 2, considering like how much more they're trying to put into this game. But even after from all that they've done thus far with the game, and even with all the content that they announced for Battlefront 2, like adding in new characters based off of the solo game, the solo movie, because promotion, all that stuff, and especially adding in like the Clone Wars, which Star Wars wise, I thought that was a really great idea, and how they're adding all these other characters from Clone Wars like Obi-Wan, Anakin Skywalker, Count Dooku, and fucking General Grievous, one of the most badass villains in Star Wars history, in my opinion, like just below Darth Vader and shit. But no, even with all of this shit with the loot boxes, it's like, I'm sorry, that's still not a good selling point for me. I'm sorry.
Oh well. So why don't we go ahead and get into the games that they showed off, starting off with the very first game that was shown, Battlefield 5 Battle Royale mode.
Yeah.
Anyway, FIFA 19.
It's honestly kind of surprising too. I mean, for me personally, because it felt like not too long ago that I could have sworn like that Battlefront World War II game was still a thing. No, it was World War I. I'm sorry, but even then, it's like I thought that game was still fresh, and now it's like, oh, they're already moving to the next mainstream Battlefront game. All right, kudos for you, I guess.
Anyway.
I don't keep up with the Battlefield series whatsoever. I mean, it's like Call of Duty. I don't keep military shooters. I know, like, I have seen people complain, like, oh my god, not more Battle Royale and stuff.
Yeah.
What I think it's not so much that everybody's doing Battle Royale, because that's not the case. There's not a lot of Battle Royale games going on. The problem is that you have two games that are so wildly successful that it's hard to get away from it. Like you have PUBG and Fortnite, and it's like those two games have gotten so successful with the Battle Royale theme and everything that it's like whether you play the Battle Royale games or not, it is hard to get away from hearing about these two games. And I think that's why when people say, oh my god, not another one, it's not that we're getting oversaturated. We don't have a lot of Battle Royale games. It's just, I think people are, it's, to them I'm thinking, okay, you're adding fuel to the fire, and I also think maybe people are afraid that, like, now it's going to be a trend that everybody's going to try and chase, and rather than having, more really good potential Battle Royale games, you're going to have a lot of shitty thrown-on additions in the games where they really don't belong because, oh, it's the in thing now and people are dreading it. I think maybe it's one of those two, I think, is why people are kind of groaning at it. They're either afraid it's the start of a trend, or they're just sick of hearing about it just because you can't get away from PUBG and Fortnite no matter how hard you try.
Yeah.
Honestly, okay, all right. Jumping a little bit ahead, like in regards to what they announced with EA. Now that you're bringing up like games that are like trying to start like a trend, like in general, whatever. One thing that honestly took me by surprise when it came to EA, because okay, seeing as how this is EA we're talking about, usually we would expect EA to do like 90% of the conference being nothing but new sports titles. Surprisingly, this year, I felt like they revealed like more different titles compared to sports titles. It's like the only 3 sports games that they briefly talked about was like basketball, football, and the other football.
Yeah, it's like the givens. I mean, we know. Yes, it's like we are getting like we are getting a new FIFA. We are getting the new football game. Like we know they're all coming. It's like
we knew.
They're obligated to talk about it at this point.
Yeah. I'm not saying that they were like not obligated to talk about sports games because again, no, you're absolutely right. This is EA. That's a given. But compared to like all the other titles that they talked about like throughout their conference, I'm just like, wow, this actually feels like a completely different EA conference. It's like, it's not mostly about sports. It's about other original games and titles and sequels, for that matter. Case in point, Unravel 2. I just want to throw that out there.
Well,
game
you're kind of going out of order right now.
What?
We got a system, Ryan. God.
Yeah. Anyway.
Says the guy. Okay. All right. You know what? No. I don't want to go there because last time that happened. Okay. No.
Anyway. So I'm trying to think. So FIFA. Yeah. We kind of breezed over that. There's not much to talk about.
Yeah.
Origin Access. Does anyone give a shit about Origin Access?
Nope.
I don't.
Wait, what was it?
Origin Access Premier.
Oh. Huh. I guess not, because I honestly don't remember that title.
Well, it's an online service. It's 15, it's like $15 a month. So it's like it's an online service.
Oh well. Anyway, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
Wait. Huh. Wait a sec. Hold on. Was that? Okay, I do not. Wait. Okay, I do not recall. Okay, unless if this is like covered at a different, conference, like I don't know, like the PC Gamer conference or whatever. I do not recall them talking about like a second Star Wars game. I only remembered like in the EA conference, they just only talked about Star Wars Battlefront 2.
Well, according to
that's next.
On the IGN page, it says it's set during the dark times when the Jedi were hunted. The game, it takes place between Revenge of the Sith and A New Hope. So it's between the prequel trilogy and the original trilogy. So think like around the time of Rogue One.
Oh well.
Ah, I see.
I don't remember anything about it. So yeah. So then there's the Clone Wars content for Battlefront 2. I don't think any of us play Battlefront 2. Oh look, Unraveled 2. Let's talk about that.
I never played Unraveled, so I'm like, okay.
I never have either, but it's actually a really cute looking game. I actually really like the concept of Unraveled.
No. It's like no. I have played on the first Unravel. I have yet to complete it. But now, seeing as how that surprisingly it is getting itself a freaking sequel, now it's like, okay, add that to the backlog of games I need to catch up on in this case.
Yeah.
But
now we have.
However,
but now we have Unraveled Knuckles Chaotix Edition.
God, no. I tell you what. If you guys saw my Twitter feed, it's like. Oh my god. I can already say Unravel 2 is going to be much harder than the first Unravel game. Not so much because they already said, oh, hey, this game is definitely designed to be, fucking much harder than the first Unravel game. No. If you guys were there at the EA conference and saw their demo on the first level, you will probably know exactly where I'm going with this. And there was that fucking caper capelet that chases through you in the forest. I already have an irrational fear of birds and shit, and I've already seen those kind of birds. Those birds are scary motherfuckers. And seeing as how that thing is chasing me around, it's like I could already say that's gonna be the hardest level in the game for me.
Well, okay then. Well, anyway, the game that was talked about next is a game called Sea of Solitude, which was actually a very pretty looking game.
Which also irked me at first, because it's like, oh god, what is up with EA and making these games that involved shadowy, dark, feathered, red-eyed things? First the caper capelet from Unravel 2, and now this. But no, in all seriousness though, that was, I think, like out of all the titles they announced in EA, that was probably Sea of Solitude. That was probably the one that got my attention the most.
It seemed like, from what I was seeing on Twitter, people were mostly talking about Sea of Solitude and Unraveled 2, as for like the big surprises with EA. Is it enough to salvage the conference? That's the question.
No, because no, just no. Those could have very easily have just been games that they played as trailers on their own at any point, and would have been fine by themselves.
Okay.
Anyway, so then after that we had so NBA Live 19, okay, Madden NFL 19, okay, Command and Conquer Rivals announced. I heard a little bit about that, but not enough for me to remember anything.
There's series of real-time strategy games, pretty much.
Yeah, but from what I've been hearing, people got angry because, oh my god, it's on a... Like, oh my god, it's a phone game, and phone games suck. That whole argument.
Alright, well, then there's the big one that everyone was talking about, and that's Anthem.
Yeah. I'm not holding my breath on. I'm really not.
Like Ryan, you were excited about Anthem, right?
Excited for Anthem. I mean, it looked really neat, and the gameplay looked relatively fun to play. But I wouldn't say I was like full blown excited for it. This game is mostly. I mean, okay, granted, yeah, there is like single player and all that jazz, but it's one of those. Unfortunately, it's one of those games where it's like the experience is so much better if you're playing it with other people, which I think is safe to say I don't have any of those. By that I mean friends who would be interested in games like Anthem.
Yeah, right.
So it's like,
well, I hate to be that guy, but I don't think we should be approaching Anthem with very high expectations, and it's just because after seeing the development troubles that BioWare had with Mass Effect Andromeda, the fact that BioWare, the company as a whole has been cut so drastically. People that have been working on Anthem for the past couple of years have been jumping ship and have been saying that there have been development problems. I don't think Anthem's going to end up being this massive success that EA is hoping that it's going to be. I mean, this could very well be like the game that officially ends BioWare. They are at that point where it's like, it's like BioWare is on thin ice right now. If Anthem doesn't succeed to EA's expectations, and we know EA puts their expectations stupidly high, it's like, if it isn't going to happen, it could very well be they're going to end up games and all the other companies that EA ended up shutting down. So I think this is going to be the game. Yeah, I mean, this is going to be make it or break it. But given the past history and how EA has been treating BioWare's development and everything and what's been happening, and the fact that people have been leaving the project, I don't expect good things. I really don't. I mean, no matter how nice it may look, I mean, I think we've all seen this where it's like, no matter how nice a game looks, when the game comes out, it may look nice during the trailers and everything, but it could end up being a piece of shit once you have it in your hands.
You're not wrong.
So it's like, that's why I'm just like, ooh, I really don't know. I mean, that's like, I personally am not intending on buying it, just because I'm just like, I really am not expecting much out of it. If anything, I would say maybe approach this with very low expectations, high hopes at best.
Yeah. Oh well. Alright, so that's enough of EA. Let's move on to a conference that actually had cool things, like, Microsoft. Okay,
Yeah,
let's see here.
holy shit, BJ say Xbox had cool shit? What the fuck?
Well, I mean, it actually had shit that, like, okay.
Is it the end of the world? Should I be concerned?
Hold on. Let me reiterate.
I'm kidding.
The games that I was excited for were games that happened to be also for PlayStation 4. So there you go. But that was actually a conference that we wanted to record. That actually was a conference that we wanted to record live reactions for. Unfortunately, for some reason, Discord was being a pain in the ass for me that day, so we weren't able to do it. Oh well. So I guess jumping right into it. First game that was revealed for Microsoft's conference was Halo Infinite revealed. Ryan, you have the board.
Oh. Yeah,
you're the only one out of all of us that keep up with Halo, so the floor's yours, buddy.
Oh, all right. Yeah, I mean, it's like, okay. I mean, honestly, like considering like the disappointment launch that was Halo 5 Guardians, I honestly was not expecting like for like Xbox to reveal anything in regards to Halo like anytime soon. I know, like, I mean, they just revealed like Halo Wars 2, like I think it was like close to a year ago, I would like to say. But even then, it's like, okay, for mainstream Halo games, it's like, yeah, I didn't think they were going to reveal anything of the sort. But it's like, when I first saw the initial trailer, like, once the conference started, it's like, yeah, I was excited, like, because it's like, oh shit, it's something Halo related. Oh my god, what is this? But that's just it. That's what I was questioning myself. Halo Infinite. What exactly is this? Is it another spin-off game? Because it's certainly, because if you looked at if you were to look, say, at, like, previous Halo games, like say Halo 4 or Halo 5, and then you look at this this trailer that they showed for Halo Infinite, you can already see that there's like a massive change in their like art direction, like in regards to like designs of characters and such. Case in point, when we saw that shot of Master Chief looking out in the distance. Oddly enough, that was actually from like a lot of like criticism that fans have given to 343 Industries. And yeah, I guess it's like, oh, okay, that's like one of the many things that they took into consideration, and that's what they're pulling into this game. But again, that still begged the question, what the heck kind of a game is Halo Infinite? I was under the impression it was like another like cheesy spin-off game that would correlate to Halo Wars. No, when I saw the update like on Halo Waypoint, it was confirmed by 343 Industries that this is initially Halo 6. Like, they said specifically that this next game that's coming out is taking place events after Halo 5 Guardians. So it's like, okay, that answered that question. Should I be excited about this? I don't know. Seeing as how they handled Halo 5 Guardians, I still feel really skeptical on how they would handle this. I would like to say I don't feel too terrible about Halo Infinite coming out because for what they said, they have been listening to direct feedback from fans, and for what they shown in the trailer, and it's like, okay, that's a step in the right direction. Okay, so I'm hoping that with Halo Infinite, this is the one game that helps redeem 343 Industries from that disappointing launch of Halo 5.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. I mean, yeah. It's like, but that. I mean, unfortunately, it's like they didn't really get. Unfortunately, they didn't really get into full like detail about like Halo Infinite, itself. Like after they revealed the trailer, it's like after that they just went, okay, we are Xbox, so we have like insert some generic one-liner about the history of gaming or whatever. But yeah, they never got into like detail about what Halo Infinite is going to be about, what's it going to be like. So it's like, yeah, unfortunately, it's like unless if 343 Industries decides to post some updates about Halo Infinite like throughout the rest of this year, that's like, yeah, I honestly think I probably won't be able to see anything about like what Halo Infinite is going to be about and how they're going to handle like their gameplay this time around until next year's E3.
Okay.
But I mean, for what little they show, I mean, it looks promising enough, I would say.
All right. So I guess then moving right along, is Gears of War 5. Though I know they also revealed the Gears Pop game as well.
Yeah.
Right before that.
That was seriously the funniest fucking thing. Like, no joke. I'm just like, the most randomest thing, like with Gears of War, and it's like, you should have heard me. I was dying laughing right there. Holy shit! It's like, okay, they're making a pop game. Also, oh yeah, it's also about Gears of War. But wait, is this gonna be a console game? No, it's on mobile. Okay, that makes you feel a lot better.
Yeah.
It's like I don't. That's another series that I'm very much not familiar with, so I can't really comment.
Yeah, Yeah. I mean, it's like, don't get, I mean, I enjoy the Gears of War series, and it's like I'm grateful to hear that they're still going on with like a Gears of War 5. Unfortunately, it's like, yeah, I can't. It's like I can't really like say like for certain that's like, oh man, I can't wait for Gears of War 5, because it's like I know I was able to buy Gears of War 4. I've just yet to touch it though. That's one of the many games on my backlog that I still need to get to.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess then moving right along, we got Cyberpunk. This is going out of order.
Who cares?
Oh well. Yeah. So Cyberpunk. So that I believe this was actually shown at the end of the trailer. I believe at the end of the conference. I believe actually because this game I believe
right, yeah.
Because this game. They had like this whole gimmick where like the entire conference was like getting hacked into, and I'm sitting here like, oh my god, the conference red ringed.
That's right. That's right. I remember that.
I can't believe the Xbox conference red ringed. God, guys, gotta get it together. But
well, to be fair, it was at the end of the conference.
Yeah, still. And I guess in any which case, it's like I don't know. Cyberpunk looked okay for what it was. Like, I couldn't really get a grasp on its gameplay though. Like, what kind of game even is this? Like, because it was another one of those cinematic trailers only. So I'm sitting here like, okay, what do you do?
Yeah, it's like what it's just like games like some Watch Dogs stuff. I mean, wait, it's like what exactly is this?
Yeah. Oh well. I guess, so the next up, Fallout 76. We'll actually save this for when we get to Ubisoft, so.
Bethesda.
Bethesda. Yeah, that, okay.
Yeah, because that's where they go into detail, so, yeah, we'll come back to you, Fallout.
Alright, so then, Division 2. Wasn't that also a Bethesda thing?
Or was now, that was an Ubisoft thing.
That was, see, I don't fucking know. Alright, so we'll save that for when we get to Ubisoft then.
It's fine.
Alright, Devil May Cry 5. That was a big one.
Okay, I've been hearing a lot about this one too. Like, apparently the internet exploded the minute that they said that we're getting a new Devil May Cry. Not a sequel to the reboot or whatever, you know, the one that apparently nobody liked. But no, this is legit Devil May Cry 5 with, you know, the original Dante.
Yeah. Well, kind of. The game apparently is centered around a character named Nero, who, from what I heard, was apparently a character that showed up in Devil May Cry 4. Dante is in the game. He's like this old, chiseled, hobo-looking dude, but, like... Yeah, it looks like the game's actually being...
Yeah, like that's gonna fucking hold him back.
Yeah, so they're effectively doing, you know, what some major games do. Like for example, what Metal Gear 2 did, where they made Raiden the playable character, and, like, shit like that, effectively.
Okay.
Game looked cool. I really enjoyed the trailer. I liked a lot of the cinematic stuff. It kind of, like, honestly though, I can't really say for sure because I've never actually seen Devil May Cry's 2, 3, and 4 in action. I've only ever seen Devil May Cry 1 in action. So I don't really know how cinematic, because like when the game was first showing, I thought for sure it was a sequel to the DMC reboots, because that's what it looked like to me. But no, it turned out to be a sequel to the original. So I don't know if that's them just borrowing elements from DMC. I can't say for sure because, like I said, I don't know what the 2, 3, and 4 DMC look like. So
all I know is that from what they show like in the trailer, it's like I was like really digging like the combat of the game. It's like it was gruesome cinematic and I loved it.
Yeah, like I guess chat like confirm for me, like, do the other DMC games look like that cinematically, or was that just the visual aesthetics is like the it does look like the reboot more so, but okay. Oh well.
Yeah, it looks like the reboot, but it's really not. Surprisingly.
Which is a real damn shame because DMC was fucking hysterical. That's what it's like. Everybody loved the dog on that one because it's not like the original Devil May Cry, but I mean, it's like, of course it isn't. The fact that they took its edginess so goddamn fucking seriously, it's fucking funny. That's like, I'll admit, it's like, DMC is my guilty pleasure. The game, like, the story is garbage. The characters are shit. The fact that they try to take, this, 13-year-old edginess is, life-threatening, is fucking hysterical. It's like, why does nobody approach this like, oh my god, you want to play something funny? Go play DMC.
I feel like you might. I feel like this might be one of those cases where you might have a different opinion if you actually played the original 4 games. So
I've at least played the first Devil May Cry.
Oh, okay, well.
Yeah, I haven't played that's another series I haven't kept up with. But I've at least played the original Devil May Cry, and I mean it was fun and everything. But regardless, it was like I approached DMC more like, oh my god, this is so bad it's funny.
DMC playthrough by Danny confirmed.
All right, guess moving right along. Dark Souls Dev. Oh, okay. Shadows Die Twice. What was that again?
Oh fuck.
No one remembers. I guess we'll just move on. Okay, Just Cause 4.
Oh yeah, oh god, yeah. My god, it's like, okay, I know they. Okay, the only things I remember was just like, I know Just Cause 2 was a massive crowd uproar or whatever because of how great it was at the time, but I have not heard anything else about the other Just Cause games. I know it's like, oh hey, this E3 of Square Enix, so we have Just Cause 3 this year. Oh, Just Cause 4. All right. all I remember is I think it's what someone in the chat could correct me if I'm wrong here, but it's in memory serves, I think it was what was it, one of those destructive open world games or something. It's an open world game, and it's you could just fuck around with anything, buildings, vehicles, the works or whatever, and it's mission based or some shit.
Yeah, see, this was probably the part of the conference where I mentally turned off because there was nothing that I recognized. So, oh well. So then I guess Forza Horizon 4. What was that one?
Cars. Cars.
Oh,
yeah,
it was a racing game.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Forza's one of the racing titles.
Okay, moving on.
Yeah.
It's like I would talk about it, but for the wrong reasons. It's I was look, I'm sorry. The way that they display the great gameplay that was from Horizon, fucking Forza Horizon 4 is just okay. I was okay, first of all, the way that you communicate in that game is if you were texting in the car. So I'm just wait, are you fucking serious? You're promoting texting and driving here. Are you insane? And then the next thing you know, it's once again, much like in previous Forza games, here's us racing in natural disasters, and here's an area where it's snowy, and you can have all your friends and yourself drive out of the thin ice. I'm wait a second, that is so much wrong here. You're having players texting and driving while you're fucking racing on a layer of thin ice. Are you? See, I'm sorry.
This is why video games are bad for kids.
I mean, it's no. I remember when I was younger, when some friends of mine would play racing games like that, and we would get it, we would get into so much shit like that. It's fucking hilarious. It's I'm not saying it's terrible or anything, but it's holy shit. It's I'm playing this out because it was fucking hilarious for the wrong reasons. It was just that ridiculous. It's come on, guys.
I think that's what's here. I mean, it's I would like to. Kid is gonna play that game and be I want to do that in real life, and if they do, well, natural selection. The thing is, though, I mean, it's just it's so goddamn ridiculous. Yeah, it's okay, we got a driving game. Driving, it's really, guys?
It's all I look.
That's how you're gonna bring attention. It's can't come up with something else in the game. It's okay, let's come up with the most ridiculous concept ever: texting and driving. Why not?
I mean, it's not like you could actually see like the driver like texting while you're racing other players, but it's like if you were to go up to like say another driver or something like if you go up to another car, you see like these little text bubbles like pop up like right above the car, be like, "Hey man, what's going on? Oh, nothing much. Hey, let's race. I'll race you. All right, cool." It's like, all right, look, if I'm going to play a racing game that involved cars talking to each other, I'd rather play Cars 3, thank you very much.
All right, moving on then. Dying Light 2. What was that? See, again, I like mentally turned off during a lot of these games.
Okay. It's like, hold on, give me 1 second. Okay, I know there was like something in regards to Dying Light or whatever, but it's like, I hold on.
Let me see here. Nope, they have links to it. I mean, I probably should just be pulling this shit up so I can at least try to recognize what it was. No.
Bear with us, folks.
Don't recognize it. What was it? Hold on. Looks post-apocalyptic and very generic. Oh wait, this was the game where they were talking about that. Okay, I remember what this was now. It was something about like a virus that like overtook like that was like coded in money during Black Friday and like destroyed like the entirety of the population. Weird. Okay.
Yeah.
I remember now. Alright, whatever. I don't care. Anyway, moving on. Shadow... Alright, so... Shadow of the Tomb Raider.
Alright, so this is the 3rd game, I believe, in the rebooted Tomb Raider series.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes, it is.
Yeah, I unfortunately missed out on Rise of the Tomb Raider because... Wasn't Rise of the Tomb Raider an Xbox exclusive?
No, wait, well, hold, okay. I know it's like the Rise of Tomb Raider. Yeah, it was Xbox One and PlayStation 4.
Okay, yeah, because I know it must have come out on PlayStation 4 way later, because I remembered because I mean, if it wasn't, I would have it, because I played the original Tomb Raider reboot, and it was like, okay, we got a sequel coming, and I wanted to see, okay, where are we going with it now? And never got the opportunity because I couldn't find it anywhere. And it's like, okay, now we got the 3rd game. And at least from what it looked like, I mean, it's like, okay, it looks like it's, they're keeping up with the whole, we are totally not Uncharted look. It's kind of,
yeah.
It's like I said when I had Let's Played Tomb Raider and Uncharted for the channel, was that, Tomb Raider helped pave the way for games like Uncharted, only for it to now try to be like Uncharted instead of trying to be like Tomb Raider. So, and that's kind of what it looks like here. It looks like it's much of the same. From what I could see, you don't really get much of the story or anything. It just looks like, okay, she's in a jungle, and she's, she's like hacking and people and everything, doing the same shit that you do in the other games. So it's like, okay, I guess, status quo at this point. Oh, that's why it's like, because it's like, I don't know, because one of the things I remembered with Rise of the Tomb Raider, what they were trying to show, at least when they were showing off, the reveal trailers for Rise of the Tomb Raider, was they wanted to play with the idea of, okay, after Lara survived everything that happened in the reboot and everything, it's like, okay, she's got the taste for adventure and everything, but she went through so much fucked up shit and everything that it's like, well, okay, is she going, she may have survived, but is she going to be mentally okay? Is she going to be able to continue, being this hardcore adventurer? So that was at least the gist that I was picking up when they first announced Rise of the Tomb Raider. Shadow of the Tomb Raider, I'm just seeing, okay, now she's just being now she's just going around and hacking at, any and all bad guys. Still not a lot of tomb raiding, so I'm like, okay, I guess.
I'm not even gonna lie. Sorry, I'm not even gonna lie. When I first saw that title, I legit forgot that Tomb Raider existed for a second, and I straight up thought this was gonna be like a sequel to Shadow of the Colossus.
Are those gonna be like some kind of a weird sequel to Shadow the Hedgehog?
No.
God, it's like, well, at least with this first look at Shadow of the Tomb Raider, we know Tomb Raider is still out there with some more news to come later down the road, I guess. I mean, with all things considered, it still looks nice. I just need to catch up. I just need to catch up on my Tomb Raider. I gotta replay the first reboot. Then I gotta play Rise of Tomb Raider. Damn it, E3.
All right. Anyway, now to a game that I'm actually excited for: Jump Force.
Yeah, Jump Force.
You know, and it's like all around the world, weeaboo trash, us included. We just like collectively busted our nuts over this because it was like, what? Totally not expecting this.
Yeah. Like, I know there was that recent fighting game that was all like that jump fighting game that was also for PS4 that I wanted to pick up, but ended up never doing so. And at this point, it never may as well not bother. But like, I'm excited for this. Like, this looks pretty cool. Like, you know, like I thought the graphics were really cool. Seeing fucking Light Yagami and Ryuk at the end like made me lose my shit. Like that would have been
me too.
Like, that was a reaction that I kind of wish that you guys could have been able to hear. Like, that was one of the many games that I regret us not being able to record it. Like, that sucked, but like that was really cool. Like, seeing Light, I'm a recent Death Note fan, so like that made me really excited. Now the only thing I can think of is like, okay, Light better only be a final boss because I feel like he'd just be busted as a fighting character.
Yeah, well, because it's like, you know. Again, we don't know how Light's being, what Light's doing here and everything. They just showed, okay, Light and Ryuk from Death Note are here and that's it. So it's like, so we don't know, like, okay, is this going to be like a scripted boss fight? Are they going to be playable characters? Or is this just a cameo appearance? We don't know. But all we know...
Like, you made a remark, Yanni, thinking that since, like, all these characters were together in this one giant city, you made a remark thinking that Light was the one that orchestrated this whole shit.
That would be.
And I wouldn't put it past him, honestly.
Yeah, you know, just as planned.
Okay, Kakidori.
And here he is, just eating potato chips. But it's like, you know, but from what I've read into for Jump Force, you know, this is a game where, okay, you know, like in like I guess like the like take like a you have like, you know, 3 characters that, you know, you can go like in between and everything. And it's like you can use them for combos. So it's like, you know, say you're playing Goku, you could be doing an attack or something, and for a combo, you throw Naruto out in there, and, you know, and you're basically chaining combos in between the characters and everything. What I have heard, though, despite the fact that you have 3 characters, they all share the same health bar. So this is not going to be a game where, oh, you play as Goku, but then once you lose Goku, okay, I'll go switch up to Luffy or Naruto. It's like, no, once your hitbox goes down, and then that's it, you lose. And I'm not quite sure how I feel about that for a fighting game, especially when you have 3 available characters, and it's like if you lose one, you lose them all. I'm like, what sense does that make for a fighting game?
Probably, like, from the sound of it, that probably means that they really expect it to be utilizing all 3 characters at once all the time. They don't want you playing as only one character. Unless actually, I know there are certain games that have a thing where, like, you can have up to 3 characters in a party for fighting games, but you can also choose to have only 1 or only 2, and if you do that, like, you get buffed. Like, if you only if you choose to only have 1 character and you're fighting like 3 characters, like you're using 1, your opponent's using 3, like your 1 character will like naturally be a little stronger and have a larger health bar.
Yeah, or something. Like there's got to be something to that, because I don't know, to me that just sounds so weird. I mean, I don't even like that when like RPGs do that. Like, as much as I absolutely love the Persona series, I fucking hate the idea that the minute that you're the main character, his HP goes down to 0, it's a game over. Regardless if the rest of the party is, you know, available to fight and help or not. I fucking hate that mechanic. So to see that that's showing up in a fighting game, I'm just like, really? So it means like there's got to be something else to it. But but regardless of that, it looks like okay, so all the shonen worlds are basically colliding, and they're colliding in the real world because you saw like they showed like Goku, Naruto, and Luffy were fighting Frieza in Times Square. So I mean it's like, and it is Times Square because I distinctly remember seeing Luffy swinging off of a flagpole like Spider-Man. So I mean,
an American flagpole, I should add.
Yeah. So I mean, okay, that is happening here, and it's like
suddenly I get terrible flashbacks to the national anthem.
Yeah, but now I guess the question that we're now gonna have to wait and speculate on is, all right, who else are they bringing in for this? Like, because one of the things I was honestly surprised, like, I was like, okay, Goku showing up, that's a given. Luffy showing up again, that's a given. Naruto, yeah, okay, I can get that too. I'm honestly surprised that, instead of showing like, Light Yagami as like the surprise reveal or whatever, cameo or something, I'm surprised they didn't show Boku no, like, My Hero Academia. Considering how fucking huge that series is. That's like the #2 shonen series right now. Like, right behind One Piece. And it's like, really? You're not going to reveal My Hero Academia right off the bat?
I know there were a few other characters for that game that were revealed. Like, I know Frieza was an obvious one. Yeah, we saw Frieza. He was in the trailer. They also showed Sasuke. He's in the game. And then one other guy who, if I actually watched One Piece, I might know his name, but it's just...
What does he look like?
Can't say, because I only saw his portrait. Like, it was a very small portrait in the corner, like underneath Frieza and Sasuke. Because, like, it was literally what it was. Like, they were showing gameplay of the game, and it showed Goku, Luffy, and Naruto on one team, and on the other team it was Frieza, Sasuke, and then this last guy. Like, I don't know who the guy is. Like, I couldn't...
JP says it's Zoro.
Zoro?
Okay, that makes sense. So, I guess, giving off of that, so I guess maybe we should expect, like, the roster is going to be main characters, probably, like, secondary characters, and villains. So, I mean, that's like, okay, we know Frieza's showing up. Again, that's kind of a given. Naruto? Maybe we'll see, a villain show up from Naruto. It'll probably end up being, like, Madara at this point. I don't really know which villain they can bring in from One Piece because there's so many really good villains in there. It's like, I think any of them can really go.
Well, I mean, Dragon Ball also has a lot of really good villains, but, like, I guess it depends on who's the most, like, recognizable villain.
I think it would probably be a top Cell as being the most recognizable villains.
Repeat that, you cut out.
Frieza or Cell being the most recognizable villains.
Oh, well, I mean from One Piece.
Oh, from what? Oh, I have no idea. Again, there's so many good ones.
Okay.
So,
well, no, like Damon says, like, yeah, Frieza. I think when everyone thinks of Dragon Ball in terms of the villains, Frieza's like the go-to one to think of.
Okay.
Like Frieza's the big one.
Okay, yeah, and it's like but like I guess like as far as other Shonen Jump titles, like I know I said I was surprised to not see My Hero Academia. We know it's coming. I just figured that would have been a given for them to throw that out there right away. JoJo, I think it's safe to say, is going to be there. Probably expect Jotaro just because he's the poster child. All that
I mean, it's like, here's the thing. It's like, okay, going back to, like, My Hero Academia, it's like, yeah, I know a lot of people tend to say is like, well, I mean, it's like, seeing as how, Deku is not being in the game, because he has his own game out, that makes sense, right? It's like, yeah, honestly, I don't know. I don't see why they would just include, at the very least, Deku, or, like, some representative from My Hero Academia doesn't show up in Jump Force.
That logic doesn't really make sense to me, especially since Dragon Ball FighterZ just came out. By that same logic, Goku shouldn't have been in the game, so...
Exactly my point. Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, it's a bullshit argument. But it's like,
Why?
But, like, back to what I was saying, like, JoJo... I would expect probably Jotaro, just because, again, he is the poster child of the series. I will ask, though, can I please have my Dio in this game?
God.
I just want to see Dio dropping steamrollers on Goku. Can I please have that?
What I mean is like, come on. It's like with the last Jump game that they released on the PlayStation 4 and such, they did have Jonathan Joestar and Joseph from Joseph Joestar from Part 2. And now it's like from the trailer, they already showed off Light and Ryuk, which that alone kind of already has those similarities with Jotaro. Seeing as how we have Jotaro himself and then some other spiritual entity that is Star Platinum.
Oh,
so
Ryuk does not help Light at all.
Well, I said they have some similarities, BJ. I'm not saying they're completely identical.
Ryan, you really need Death Note. But but regardless, it's like
Well, what I'm trying to say is like even then, I'm saying it would not be far fetched for them to bring Jotaro and Star Platinum into freaking Jump Force in this case.
I'm just saying you're gonna see. I mean, I would just expect it just because again he's the poster child of the series. I mean it to me it makes sense. Like I don't expect Giorno Giovanna showing up in here, though, as awesome as that would be. JP says if they're bringing back DS Jump characters, Yami, Yugi, anyone. Yeah. I would love to. I want
Yugi. I want Kaiba.
I would love to see Yu-Gi-Oh show up in this.
Oh please do.
I would love to see that. It's like I would expect Hunter x Hunter. I would expect probably Bleach, despite what the fuck happened to it. I expect Bleach will show up. Maybe Hitman Reborn. Maybe Assassination Classroom.
Soul
like
Eater.
they're gonna grab like all the big ones. Like maybe Fist of the North Star. And if we're gonna bring in the sports games, like the sports titles, maybe Prince of Tennis. Maybe Ice Shield 21. I mean. There's a lot, so I mean, it's like I think it was like the night of the reveal and everything. Like I think we ended up looking on Wikipedia for like okay, what are the list of all the titles, both present and past from Shonen Jump? And there's oh my god, there's so many fucking manga that have shown up in Shonen Jump. So yeah. there's a lot to pick from, and it's like if anybody's ever played the DS Jump fighting games. Then the roster was already pretty damn big. So I expect something relatively similar, maybe not as large, but I expect a pretty decent sized cast.
Yeah. All right. I think well, in any which case, I think that's enough for Jump Force. Okay. So moving right along. Let's see. Microsoft acquires new studios. Okay. Crackdown 3. What was that?
I don't know Crackdown.
Let me take a look.
Yes, I vaguely heard about Crackdown. All I remember is like they initially announced Crackdown 3 like during last year's E3, but then nothing else happened. Like I mean, it could be because I wasn't paying attention or anything, but I don't recall hearing anything else about Crackdown 3 until this year.
Oh right, the game with Samuel L. Jackson. That's right.
What? Samuel Jackson. Wait, Terry. Samuel Jackson's in the game.
No.
You're talking about Terry.
No, sorry, Terry Crews. Duh.
God damn.
Wrong black guy. Yeah, Terry Crews. All right, yeah, that looks cool. All right. Anyway, don't care about Battlefield, PUBG.
Oh, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, it's like, basically the other playing if you're not playing Fortnite.
Metro Exodus. What was that again?
I do not know.
Ryan? Oh, I think we lost Ryan. There's Ryan. Ryan? Ryan! Oh, there he is.
Yeah, my microphone just disconnected, reconnected. Sorry about that.
Weird.
Okay, right. Metro Exodus. Do you remember what that was?
Wait, hold on. What are we talking about?
Metro Exodus.
Oh, Metroid Exodus. Yeah. Okay, yeah, what was it? That other open world, I think first-person shooter that was shown off, I think at the beginning of last year's Xbox conference. I remember because the first thing that BJ commented on were those rat creatures that we came across. Yeah, it's like unfortunately, I mean, all I know is it's like it's still gonna be like an open world first person shooter of sorts, and it's like as cool as it looked at the time, it's like, I don't know. It's like I saw okay as someone who's like probably like the first person shooter guy in the group. Yeah, honestly, I don't think this would really suit my fancy, really.
All right. Anyway, Kingdom Hearts 3. Why don't we save that entire tangent for Sony?
Yeah, my thoughts exactly.
Yeah,
Yes.
because instead of talking about it in fragments, let's just talk about it as a whole. So we'll get to that later.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I will say this. It's like with but throughout the conferences, it's like they did show like new things of content. But yeah, you're absolutely right, BJ. It'll be a lot easier if we just covered all of that as we're going through like the Sony conference. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So then, We Happy Few. What was that?
We Happy Few is an independent game that has practically been in development hell for Lord knows how long at this point.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just now finally getting a release date. No, seriously, the moment I saw that woman in the trailer wearing that white mask, I thought, wait, We Happy Few. I'm sorry, are they finally finishing this game? Holy shit! Because We Happy Few, like, for what it was at the time, it looked really interesting to play. And the concept alone was twisted, and I loved it. So now it's like, yeah, the fact that they were finally coming out with a game for it, it's like, oh, thank God.
Okay. All right then. Oh yes, Cuphead, the delicious last course.
Oh, and that, okay, We Happy Few was one thing, but then the Cuphead DLC. Okay, honestly, I would expect a lot of people to be like, okay, oh, we're expecting like a Cuphead 2 maybe, but you know what? I'll take it. I'll take the new Cuphead DLC entitled DLC.
Yeah, the delicious last course.
I'm also what you did there.
I'm also laughing about how much my Twitter exploded with everyone falling in love with Miss Chalice.
Like, oh my God, I love that. It's like they made Miss Chalice more adorable.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That being said, like, you know, I'm glad this is getting, you know, that they're still working on it and everything. It's like I was still, I don't know. I guess maybe I guess I should just hold my hopes out that, you know, it's ever gonna end up on like PlayStation or Switch. Like it's probably gonna end up just staying with Microsoft at this point.
Probably.
Yeah, probably. I mean, as cool as it might be for it to go over to PlayStation 4, yeah, I think it's safe to say it's gonna stay as an Xbox exclusive.
And it's like, God damn it.
But yeah, it's like I am stoked about this Cuphead DLC. It's like a brand new isle in Inkwell, new bosses, new weapons, new playable character. I can't wait to try my hands on that. And yeah, I think it's safe to say you folks can expect more Cuphead content on this channel sometime in the future. It's gonna be a while since apparently it's gonna be finished in 2019. But hey, it's gonna happen.
Hey, that's a lot of drawing they gotta do.
Yes.
Anyway, as an animator, I can sympathize. Like that makes that time actually makes sense to me. All right, so then next up, oh yeah, Battletoads.
Oh my!
All we got was a little teaser, knowing that they're coming. But apparently, yeah, we're getting more Battletoads here pretty soon. Rareware is at it again.
It's like my God.
Now, is it like a whole new Battletoads, or is this just like the first game in HD?
It's a whole new battle. It's a whole new game.
Okay.
Yeah, it was so bizarre too, because it's like the last thing I ever heard about Battletoads was just one of the Toads, Rash, just making a cameo appearance in Killer Instinct.
Yeah.
Never did I expect Rare to make a new Battletoads game. It's like seeing as how Rare kind of went down the drain when it comes to games and such, like after Microsoft bought out Rare like nearly a decade ago, I thought they would be done with IPs like Battletoads. So seeing that teaser, it's like that honestly took me by surprise.
Okay. All right. Skateboarding game session.
Oh, okay. The not Tony Pro Skater.
Okay, so whatever. New Tunic? Tunic? What's Tunic? The adorable isometric 3D Zelda like just developed. Hold on, let me look at the picture or something. Trying to remember what this was. Oh wait, this was about the little fox kid, wasn't it? Like not Super Lucky Boy, whatever that was. It was like a
Oh, Super Lucky Tail. Yeah. Oh, I know what you're talking about.
It wasn't that. It was. Yeah, here we go.
It wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't like that game, but it did involve a fox.
Okay, so probably not much to say on it right now, but oh well. All right, so then okay, Ori and the Will of the Wisps. So Ori 2. I
God.
keep hearing a lot of things about Ori. You know, I completely forgot that Xbox did over 50 games, goddammit. Anyway, I know a lot of people really like Ori. I don't think any of us actually ever played Ori, though.
I think you're right. I know I never played Ori.
Yeah.
I mean, I should, because you're right. I've been hearing a lot about the first Ori, and for what we've seen, like in the past, like with last year's E3, yeah, it looks great. So it's like, yeah, I could dabble into some artistic games like Ori and whatnot. So yeah, I just need to find a time to do so.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, The Awesome Adventures of Captain Spirit. Okay, this game I know. Okay,
I figured this is the one you're going to be interested in, BJ, because
I'm debating on it because it takes place in the same world as Life is Strange. It's made by the same guys, and I love Life is Strange. So, and I can't wait. I still want to play the prequel. I need to buy it on my PS4 at some point. When I played Life is Strange, I played it on Pika-U's PS4. But I'm still waiting for Life is Strange 2. I know during the Square conference they did bring up that apparently there will be something revealed in Captain Spirit that alludes to Life is Strange 2. I'm wondering what that is, but I guess I'll wait and see on that. Like right now, it looks interesting. I'll give it a shot, maybe. I guess we'll see where that goes.
Right.
Anyway, Nier Automata. Automata?
Nier was a PlayStation exclusive, so now it's come onto the Xbox, and it's, from what I've heard, the Xbox version is getting all the DLC that, has come out since then. And I can tell you guys, if you want a really fun RPG to play Nier Automata. It's really good.
All right. Well, speaking of fun RPGs, Tales of Vesperia.
Yes. Oh my God.